rejigged show today because, as I said before, Linda is not here. She's away on holiday. Breeze is ill, and Cotrin is a bit hungover. So I'm fine. I'm still the same as always, but everyone else is not fully functioning. So what we're doing instead, well, we'll still have some posts, but not as many posts. But we're going to have an extra game as well, and we've still got the guests, the Flesh game. So Meredith, you sent me some. Meredith, you sent me some a leg picture a while ago, didn't you? Well, not me, but in the public. So maybe you could send something this week. But anyone else who wants to send a bit of flesh in later on, you will get 50 erotics coins for sending your photo in. And we had a winner last week. So Ayuga won the grand prize, which no one's won for ages. So she got about 800 Whaleshares worth of upvotes. A mix of things. She got some platforms, she got some erotics, she got some scribble coins. So it's certainly worth entering. But anyway, so get ready to take your pictures and get ready with your 3 interesting facts about yourself. Oh, how's that going to work as well? Okay, so if I choose yours to read out, and we're going to do a few, I will read out the 3 facts. If anyone guesses from the first fact, you get 25 scribble coins. If it takes 2 facts, you get 50. If it takes 3, you get 100. Everybody in the room will be limited to 1 guess per person. Otherwise, you could all just spam each other's names, so that's silly. So that's what we'll be doing as well. Oh, and if you guess it, you get 300 platforms. Now, I should point out, platforms have gone up in value now. 100 of them is backed now by 32,000 Whaleshares, so I believe that's about 20 of an upvote at full power. So you get 300 of those for guessing the person correctly. So that's a load of stuff to give away. But first of all, let's go to curated post. And I know Breeze has got one for us, and maybe she's keen to get this out of the way because you can hear from her voice, she's not her normal bubbly self. Breeze, have you got the first curated post for us?
I'm all bubbly. I'm just bubbly in different places right now. I'm always good to go. You underestimate me sometimes. Let me put this post up. And I did get 2 posts as well. Oh, this not showing pictures in the events is kind of frustrating. This is my first post. Sadly, it had to be translated, but it was a wonderful. Yeah, Katrin, it does show, but it only shows the profile picture. It doesn't show the image picture on the post. And it did this last night as well, so dropping it 10 times isn't going to help. This is a lovely post about making some homemade liqueur. It seems to be a traditional thing. I love little projects like this myself. I find the post very educational and informative, and it's definitely something that I would love to try myself. Also, the formatting on the post was done wonderfully. She put a lot of effort into it, and going through the entire process from start to finish. Now, pineapples aren't exactly my favorite fruit, but it's still something that I'd be willing to try when pineapples are back in season again. Do you think that's something that you'd try, Nick?
I've just got a bit of problem with loading this picture. So is it about pineapples? Hold on, let me take a look.
It's a homemade liqueur recipe with the process and everything of making pineapple liqueur.
Yeah, I see that they used pineapple. I wonder what else.
She didn't see it.
I did.
She's
see
lying.
it. Shut up! I saw it. And what I was gonna say, I was making a similar drink myself a couple months ago for Thanksgiving. I made a coquito, and it's a coconut liqueur, also homemade. It was pretty good. I never really made any homemade beverages before, like alcoholic ones, but certainly worth checking it out and making for yourself and your friends to share over a holiday. So yeah, that's a great post. Thanks for picking it up, Breeze.
Oh, absolutely. And the post is 2 days old, I think, and was standing at eight, just over 8 Whaleshares when I chose it. So I just think for the amount of effort as well that went into the post, it's definitely worth like a little bit more. I've seen a lot lesser posts being upvoted a lot more, and simply because people aren't getting the exposure they deserve, they're just not making it up there where they belong. So I definitely wanted to just share some love on this one.
Yeah, also another thing, in my opinion, is because there is no longer an upvote button at the post preview, so less people are actually care to open up a post to place a vote. So there's definitely less voting going on right now in that regard.
I had a look. It looks tasty. I would like to try it. It looks like a tremendous amount of work. Does it say how strong the booze is that you make from this recipe?
No, it doesn't. And I know that unless you have it tested properly to measure the alcohol, you can't really. I know that when we do, we've got a traditional drink in South Africa called mampur, which is a very overly distilled fruit drink. It's very, very strong, and by law, you need to have that tested if you intend to resell it, because some of them, the alcohol percentage is too high and people start dying from it and shit. So, um, but I know that, yeah, it's very expensive to home taste it. So you need to have it tested and certified. So I don't think it's a common thing to measure alcohol unit volume at home.
Okay, well, it still looks good anyway. Thank you for finding that. It's the kind of thing, if I had more time, I would like to do, but I don't have a lot of time spare. So, but anyway, yeah, thank you for finding it. Okay, so the guess the flesh competition always takes a bit of time. Everybody, oh yeah, Ayuka won it. Everybody's been paid up until last week. So the participants for last week, 4 of them haven't been paid, I think, but everyone else has. If you dispute that, if you're feel you're owed something, let me know and point it out, and I will definitely pay you, because I've got so much paying out to do that I get confused. But anyway, this week, what we need is pictures of your flesh. It can be anything that's not sexually explicit. So I tend to think we draw the line at a nipple, or could we have buttock cleavage? Buttock cleavage is okay, maybe not a nipple, certainly not anything ruder than that. But what you then do is send your picture to Cotrin. She will make it into a collage, and at the end of the show, we will try and guess, perhaps exactly, but no low hanging fruit. And I will put a post up as well. By entering, you win 50 erotics coins, which, what does it give you? I think that gives about 30 Whaleshares for doing that, and then there will be a prize for the person who guesses the winner as well. So get those photos taken and send them to Cotrin. But what I thought we could do now is, there's no posts from Cotrin this week because she was partying so freaking hard all weekend. So this is why we've got a bit less time. But so why don't we jump straight into the first guess the person? So I'm going to read out some clues. You can make your guesses in text. Please only guess once, and if you've made your guess, then that's it. Then stop. Don't keep guessing, and don't spoil it if you guess afterwards, because we'll go through 3 guesses. Anyway, hold on 1 second. So this person has been kicked out of school on 3 occasions, and once for buying the Madonna issue of Playboy. You're guessing it's JJ Hemp. JJ, it's not you. You didn't send that in. Unless you've got a similar effect as well. Imram, you are psychic. Absolutely psychic. Imram has won it. So he gets 300 platform coins. Chris Bird gets 25 scribble coins. Cotrin, can you make a note of this?
Yeah, sure. I will begin making a note as soon as you can just start over because I don't remember the first number.
Okay, so start over. So Imram Sudagar gets 300 platforms for guessing, and Chris Bird gets 25 for his 3 clues. I'm going to read out the other 2 just so you can know a bit more about him. Hold on. He's also had 3 opportunities of a threesome in 3 different decades, and he's ruined them all by being drunk every single time, which I think is a good fact. And he's broken all of his fingers at least once, with some couple more than once. So those were his 3 facts. Imram, with his psychic yoga skills, guessed it straight away. Cotrin, yes. Imram gets 300 platforms, and Chris Bird gets 25 scribble coins. You got that?
Did you say 35 scribbles?
25.
Sorry, I don't know what's wrong with my ears today. Okay, I got it all now.
It's okay. It's all right. Anyway, okay. Did we like those? Should we do another one of those? I think we should. Hold on. Let me just consult my list of people. So this person studied performing arts for 5 years. I remember one guess each. 5 years studying performing arts. No, it's not there. It's not Fiery Footprints. Imram, you're wrong. It's not Jack. These are all good guesses, I think. I'm not saying that any of these people didn't study performing arts, but it's not the person. Grace Hills, you're right. It's Father to Be. 300 platforms goes to Grace Hills, and 25 scribble coins goes to Father to Be. Maybe you were just in the loo or something. Louise, if you're not ready, I can go to another quiz question. How about that?
Oh well, I'm ready. Did you call? Because I didn't hear anything.
Yeah, sorry, I was saying that we could do another curation post, or I could do another quiz question if you need a bit more time. Because I've only got one post and you've got one, so it's only 3 this.
Oh, okay, not a problem. I can do another one.
Okay, off you go.
Oh, this one is really a pity that the images aren't showing on the front. But as Nick very kindly pointed out, I am not feeling too well, so this post, in a way, in a sense, made me feel a little bit better. There's nothing I like more than flowers growing up wildly, and this was just some lovely photos of spring flowers. It was a light-hearted, easy-read post, very well compiled, combined with some lovely poetic words as well, and I also just thought that it was really undervalued and that it needed to get a little bit more love than what it's gotten at that moment. So this was the second post that I shared with you guys.
I like these a lot. Usually, where I'm from, Whaleshares, they have the purple ones blooming at this time of the year in Crimea. Well, obviously not in Detroit. Um, I don't know what they're called in English, but in Russian they're called crocus, and this is like one of the rare mountain flowers too. So you're not supposed to pick it up anywhere, or else you would get in trouble. Supposedly, maybe if you bribe the cops, then everything will be good. But I'm just saying those ones um, like protected supposedly. But yeah, this is definitely a good post. I like it a lot.
Yeah, I love the vibrant colors of the flowers and how they were captured. I think the photos itself is absolutely wonderful, and then the writing that goes with it just adds flesh to the bone structure. You know, it was like I said, a very nice, light-hearted, uplifting. I don't know, in the moment that I'm now, a motivational post that I just could not overlook.
Flowers always look nice in spring as well, don't they? So it's nice to see some pictures of them. I'm interested in people getting in trouble for picking flowers in Russia, Katrin. Um, I kind of wish that it was like no, I'm not going to say that. Hold on.
While you're thinking about it, it's not just any flowers, it's just these and like some other like plants that are in what they call red book. And by red book, it means if something is in that book, it's just like a book of rare like plant species and stuff. So that's why you're not supposed to pick them up.
I'm pretty sure they have that internationally, Nick. They have that here too. Some plants just get weeded out of nature, and they play such a crucial role in the ecosystem's entirety. Um, and people will just either pick them for medicinal values or for the flowers, meaning that there's no seeds for the next year, and they just get cut out of nature completely. So it's a very real threat. People think something like butterflies, bees, and flowers. What harm could it do if they go extinct? And I don't think they realize the full impact and implications of something like that.
See, I was coming at it from a different angle. When Katrin said it's forbidden in Russia, in my brain, I know this isn't what happens, but in my brain, if you pick the wrong flower, I imagined the secret police coming to get you. They take you by train, like across the Trans-Siberian Railway, to Moscow, and into a room where Putin is there, and then he tells you off. And then you get sent back home, and you get one warning, and then the punishment gets more severe. But obviously, I've got this thing about imagining how it is in Russia, and it's not really the reality. But strange that my brain took me there anyway.
I mean, you have to prepare for whenever Putin takes over France. Yeah, so I'm not surprised you would think of that.
I'm looking forward to that. I'm going to make some of those pierogies So when they roll through Brittany, I can offer them some in welcome. But anyway, okay, that was a nice post. Really nice to see Beauty More Punish. Really nice to see something to do with spring and sunshine, because it was hot here for me too as well. I had a bonfire today. It was in the sun, and I think everybody's cheering up. And hopefully, with this sun getting a little bit better, feeling a bit healthier. Anyway, okay, let's go to another set of questions. So everybody get ready. Take me about 30 seconds to sort it out.
Hey Nick, sorry, before you do that, we received one submission for the flash competition. I'm gonna drop the picture in the chat.
Okay, sounds good.
There it is. It's just a food.
That's some sort of troll foot being sent in. I'm just joking. No, there's somebody's foot. So this is our only entry so far. So for sending the picture of your flesh in, get 50 erotics tokens. Cochrane's going to make this into a post in a bit, but feel free to take a picture of your hand or your eye or something that doesn't identify you but shows a bit of your body so people can guess. But thank you for putting that up, Cot. Let me do the next quiz question now.
Sure, go for it.
This person studied karate. Is your first clue. Remember, one guess each. Put it in type in text chat. And if you guess it after you already guessed, don't spoil it for everybody else. This person studied karate. If you get it right, you get 300 platforms, which gives you an upvote of about 60 Whaleshares. So please, no guesses yet? This person studied karate. It is not fiery footprints. Cochrane, it is Ayuga. Very well done. Everybody's psychic here. Okay, so Ayuga wins 25 scribble coins, and Cochrane gets 300 platforms. That was very quick. Should we jump to another one?
Yeah, let's do it.
Remember, if you join the show late, you can give me 3 facts about yourself, and I will read them out in the manner I'm doing, and people have to guess, and you get some scribble coins relative to how many guesses it takes. Though everybody's been guessed on the first one so far. So, Breeze and Cochrane, if you amuse everybody whilst I just find some more from my messages, my computer's a little bit slow. It takes me about 30 seconds.
Cochrane, where's the amusement? We want that hungover sense of humor of yours to show face.
What's that?
I said entertain us, monkey.
Oh. Oh, I don't even know. I'm just like sitting down and waiting until I can go back to sleep.
I know that feeling all too well.
And I slept a bunch too. I don't know. It was just really long party. I don't remember having partied that long for years. It's like I was in my 20s again.
But it's funny, somehow the recovery time is not in the 20s ever again. I mean, you're 20, you go out and you party, you have a slight hangover and you carry on with your day. As you get older, your recovery time just increases, doesn't it?
Yeah, for sure. Like me and my friends were talking about it. Actually, it's just like, and not only that, you don't even drink as much as you used to be able to. Well, not that it's a good thing to drink a lot to begin with, but whenever that happens, sometimes it just like happens, and you're in a bunch of your friends are just like having fun. So I mean, sometimes it's hard to escape getting too drunk.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Nick, if you're still trying to plot that out, I do have another post.
No, I've got one ready to go now. Okay, so here's another question. So you remember the rules. You get one guess, type it in text and text chat, and once you've guessed, please don't guess again. Okay, the first fact is this person once fed a condom to a cow. Well, it to be. Very well done. It was you. I did say condom to a cow.
I fed a cow with a condom. I didn't feed a condom to a cow, though.
What's the difference? Oh, you emptied it into its. Hold on.
Well, it's a long
Am I now
story.
understanding the full magnitude of what? So the condom contained something that you then tipped up and fed to the cow.
Yes.
Oh God.
It's not as bad as it seems, okay? It was in my days of misspent youth, and we went out to a party. I was hosting for a company that I was working for, and I had a beautiful evening dress on, and makeup and nails and all those things that you never see me in. And on the way home, we came across a stray calf. It was about like 1 or 2 days old, and it was alone and abandoned next to the side of the road. So I decided that in my slightly inebriated state that I need to save this cow because, I'm a regular Dr. Dolittle at the best of times. So what I did was we took the cow home, and then when we got here, we realized that we didn't have any milk or anything. So I made a protein mixed maize infused something milk formula for the cow. And then I realized I have nothing to feed it with. At this point, the cow was standing in the kitchen, which had a tiled floor. And we took a funnel and we tied a condom to the front of the funnel. Me and my brother at that time, who also thought it was a great idea. And then we fed it this homemade milk formula through the condom. Miraculously, the cow survived. The kitchen didn't. And the cow was so dirty that I insisted that it should have a bath. And then I dried it. And then I cuddled it. So needless to say, the next morning, with a banging headache and a hangover from hell, my mother walks into the room with me cuddling a cow on my bed. And then I just hear this shriek from the kitchen when she walked in there. So it must have been an incredible sight to behold. But yes, that did happen.
Okay, you redeemed yourself slightly. That one. And what were your other three facts? Because this was the bonus fact, but I thought I'd do that one first.
Oh, I don't know. I just gave you like a whole bunch and, let you choose. I once caught a crocodile and threw it in someone's pool because I was really upset with them.
Is that like a fairly standard South African revenge thing?
No, not at all. I don't think anything about me is standard, Nick. You should know this by now. Yes, Chris, there's hillbillies in every country. I think I'm the only one here, but I entertain myself. And let me see, what was the third one that I gave you? My life is compiled out of a random series of events, so... Oh no, I'm not going to do that one.
So let me just ask Cotrin, did you keep track of who won and who gets the tokens then?
Yes, I did keep track. So far, there is three pairs of people. So
I can't remember. I don't know.
well, there is Irman, and then Chris Bird, whose question he answered. Then I answered the question about Ayuga, and then Fathers to Be answered the question about Breeze. So 3 pairs of 2. If anybody else answered, probably should speak.
Okay, so if you keep a record of who's won what, then we can sort the tokens out afterwards. And everybody got it on the first round. That's good. Okay, I've got another one. And you've got your post ready to go in the second breeze, yes?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, one more. Hold on. Let me just take a look at my list. Oh, there's some more flesh.
Yeah, that's second entry.
We've got enough flesh for a competition because we always need 2 bits. Right, let me get some questions up. Okay, here's a new question. This person once ate a live goldfish. Well, Aimski has already guessed it. It's Nick Flossus. It's me. I did eat a live goldfish once when I was 19 at a fair, because there was a competition where you had to, I think like you throw wooden hoops over something, and if you won it, the prize was a goldfish. And we were in that. Yeah, I feel a bit bad, but it was. I think of it as sushi now rather than anything else. And there was this great big, really, what's called a university ball. And so I was stuck in the middle of nowhere. It was in a big field, and I didn't have anything to do with it. And I thought, fuck it, I'm going to eat this fish. And so I ate it. And that's the whole story. Do you want to hear my 2 others? They're quite good, I think.
Yeah, did you swallow it whole, or did you just, did you chew it?
I didn't chew him. He just went straight down. He went down easily.
Could you feel it move in your stomach?
I thought No, I didn't feel any of that.
That's horrible. At least I could redeem myself. You've got nothing. Nothing.
Yeah, sorry. Well, this one gets worse. The next one is I once phoned in a bomb scare to try and empty a nightclub.
I dread to ask, but how did that play out?
I think the police went to the nightclub, but they didn't empty it, and the bouncers had a fair idea who'd done it. But again, this was in my late teens, early 20s. And hold on, there's a third one. I actually have to check my list. Hold on. Oh, okay. And I once featured as a minor character in a novel, which you can still read. I made a list of 3 whilst I was doing the show, and I thought, okay, those 3 are, but I couldn't remember them afterwards. And nobody's interested in the novel that I was in as a minor character.
I was just going to ask, what novel is it? You said we can still read it. Where can we find it? And why do I not have a copy yet?
It's called The End of Mr. Y, and it's written by a lady called Scarlett Thomas, who I chatted with in a library once. And I'm on, I think, page 420, and it's about 3 lines. And I read it afterwards and thought that's definitely me, because how it describes it describes pretty much how I look and our interaction pretty well. I didn't give the gold. Maybe we could give the goldfish a name now, because this could constitute a proper burial for the poor thing. Exactly. Maybe I'd watch that film. There's a book. Yes, I talked to Scarlett Thomas a little bit in the library. Strange creature she was. Anyway, enough of that. Nobody was impressed with my bomb scare. Should we go on to a so Aimski won that one, and that's the book I'm in. Aimski won that one, and I don't need any platforms because I've got them all already. So she gets 25 scribble coins, Cotrin.
Wait, what? Who does?
Aimski does. You're not paying attention, are you?
Yes, I'm listening, but I didn't see. I was looking for somebody to post a name in the chat. Nobody posted a name in the chat, like as a suggestion to what they want.
Aimski won it.
Okay, Aimski 300, and who did 25?
That's me, so I don't need any. I've got them.
Okay.
It's my token. Thank you, Fiery Footprints. Okay, Breeze, do you want to curate another post?
For sure. Let's do this. Now there's absolutely no pictures coming up whatsoever. Well, this is a person that I got to know a little bit better on Steemit. They have recently moved over to Whaleshares, or recently become more active on Whaleshares, rather put it that way. And they do absolutely brilliant video food posts in a video style with such deep-seated humor and everything. And this was a compilation of contests that he has been running recently on Steemit. I am trying to get him more involved in the contest and competition side on is it 16 days? Oh, shucks. But anyway, he is still someone worth following. I bookmarked this one for last week and then I forgot about it because that's just how great I am. But please do go drop a comment there and get him engaged. His contest that he's running is absolutely wonderful. I have spoken to him a little bit about getting more support, getting some sponsorships for his contests, and the engagement that he brings to the platform and the value that he adds is absolutely wonderful. So I would say, seeing that it's 16 days old, just go and drop a comment and encourage him to be around a little bit longer and stay on Whaleshares. I think he's a great asset to have on the platform and a brilliant pillar of strength for community involvement, and that's why I wanted to drop this one. It was a last minute decision and I didn't note the date. I'm so sorry about that.
Okay, Brai is South African for barbecue, is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. Afrikaans. Okay. I've seen this guy around. I haven't looked closely at his posts, but I'm certainly going to do that. It's a pity we can't upvote him. Maybe we could give him some tokens or something like that. We can talk about that afterwards. But so we've got Bri Boy doing Meaty Mondays, and we've got who's the Moon Unit does Meat Free Mondays. Maybe we could get them together and they could have a battle over whether Monday should be meaty or not.
Yeah, that's one thing about South Africa. I think we're very meat heavy in general, but so meat-free Mondays in South Africa. I think it did kick off for a while, but it didn't linger long.
Well, anyway, it's good to see Bri Boy, to have some exposure to him. I'll certainly keep a lookout for him, and when I've got a bit more time, I'll engage on that post. Though I think it's time now for another quiz question. Hold on one second. You two keep talking whilst I get everything set up.
Katrin, I feel that he's just putting us on the spot now.
Maybe.
You need to sing us a
Okay.
happy hangover song.
Okay, hold on. I've got one now. 3 questions. Remember, same rules. And you get 300 if you guess it right. And the person gets either 25, 50, or 100 scribble coins, depending on how many guesses it takes. Okay, this person cannot wink. That's wink. This person cannot wink with an eye. It's not Breeze. And remember, you're wrong. I take great pleasure in telling you you are wrong. It is not Father to Be. It's not Fiery Footprints. It's not Hank, so it's not JJ. It's not Imram. It's not Grace Hills. It's not Raffia. Katrin, you can only have one guess. That's cheating. Right, if someone doesn't get it soon, I'm going to move on to the second question. Off we go. Right, nobody got it. This person used to have, used to have 2 sheep as a pet, as pets. You can all guess again now. You can have a second guess. It is not Bob. It is not Chris. It is not Father to Be. So Aimski gets 50 scribble coins, and Ayuga gets 300 platforms. Katrin, have you got that noted down?
Yes.
Excellent. Good, good. Right. Let me just get. Now I need to curate a post, but I know that Breeze knows this one better than me because she helped me pick it. So I'm going to get her to curate this one. Breeze, is that okay?
Yeah, absolutely.
Here we go.
Mm.
Oh, Breeze, do your stuff.
You're really putting me on the spot tonight. Okay, this is a slightly shorter post called Silly Daddy Merry-Go-Round. I thought that Nick could quite associate with this. And I didn't choose it for the digital art that you can see in the picture, but rather for the insight it gives as towards selling art online. He gives links to where he's selling his animations online. Gives a little bit of insights towards the process and the ongoings of his artwork and how it evolved over time, which I found very fascinating. Also, a very undervalued post. I think this post was standing at about 5 days old. Not a lot of effort put into the markdown, but I found a lot of fascination and interesting facts while reading the post. And yeah, like I said, I just thought that Nick could also very well associate with the silly daddy part of it all.
You know, I often get called Silly Daddy by Sebastian, and he's also got a new thing now. When he does a nappy, because we're about to take him out of nappies, he calls it doing smelly cheese, which we've not taught him, but he's thought of that himself. So this made me laugh anyway. But yeah, he calls me Silly Daddy a lot.
I can just imagine that. And then also the digital art that he did put up was based on the like I said, the evolution of his art. I think it was his initial logo, and as that progressed throughout the time, and he put that together in the Silly Daddy merry-go-round, which you can see on the post. I just thought all in all it's a well put together, thoughtful post, with insights and a creative side to it, that everything that we're looking for in a decent post with original content.
This one was pointed out to me by Bree, so I'm actually going to look into Silly Daddy more. Silly Daddy Comics, it's a good name as well, I think. The picture's a bit garish, but I suppose you always get used to a style when you're looking at a certain kind of artwork, don't you? So you would normally adjust to that.
Yeah, like I said as well, for me, I look at art as a whole, and even though it's not necessarily my style of art, I can still appreciate the amount of time and effort that goes into it, or the backstory that goes with it. When we have to curate posts, we can't just go on personal preference, because that would be that would just be wrong. So to give everyone a fair chance, you need to look past personal preference, or that's what I try to hold myself to. So it's not exactly my type of art either. I'd like to go a bit more into the actual comics that he did. But like I said, this one was chosen on merit for the background that he gives on selling online art. I know that we've got a lot of great artists on the platform, constantly creating, putting out great pieces of work, and I think it could be, a push in the right direction for someone coming across something like this and realizing that the blockchain opens more doors than what we realize initially.
Yeah, I agree with you. Well, every day new applications are being added, and maybe this is why we've had this crypto winter. The blockchain was such good tech, and the tricky part was getting it to engage with the real world. But it's slowly happening. So it's all good stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. And if you look at this, he's been doing this since 1992. So this is, the site he's using is called Super Rare. And I mean, if something has been functional and working for him since 1992, I think the blockchain can only add towards that, and not just serve as one of your more uncertain or recent D apps. Not that all D apps are uncertain, but I mean, it's a stable. It must be a stable platform if he's been succeeding on it since 1992.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, yeah, okay, I guess things are getting established for him. Well, good post, I think. And thank you for helping me find it. Hey, Krista. I know you couldn't come on this week, but what I would like is for you to come on one week and maybe be a guest curator or just keep us company. Is that going to happen quite soon? I'm wondering if she's listening.
Well, I don't think she's in the chat, like in the voice.
She did drop me a message the other day saying that she is looking forward to being on the show, so I'm sure that she will.
Okay. Okay, good stuff. All right, let's go to another question. Anyway, so everybody, are you ready? Same rules as before. This person is a cheerful Aquarius. A cheerful Aquarius. Hold on. So the Aquarius is the star sign.
And usually all of them are cheerful.
Okay, so who do you think it is?
Maybe you.
Let's have some guesses. It's not me.
Backpack and monk.
You can't keep guessing. One guess only. It is not Crystal Jaco. It is not Bobo Pop. It is not the bug IQ. It is not Tolasks. It is not JJ Hemp. Come on, people keep guessing. It is not Imran Sudagar. Again, these people could be. No, it's not Linda. She's not. Linda's not here this week anyway. There could be another cheerful Aquarius in here, but it's not them. No, Crystal, it's not. It's not Deranged Divisions. It's not Fiery Footprints. See you later, Deranged Divisions. Okay, we're going to go on to the second clue. Second clue is this person can be unpredictable. It is not Chris, but it's not Hank. So I'm sure everybody in here can be unpredictable at some point, but it's not JJ. The answer's drying up. Whilst people are thinking, have there been any more entries for the Guess the Flesh competition?
Yeah, there is one picture. Let me drop it.
Hold on, but yeah, because you'll distract people.
Okay, I'll wait.
Save it. So, no more guesses. Okay. This person also describes himself as someone who likes learning new things. So maybe all these are a bit neutral, which is what has made it hard. It's not the bug. Father to be, it is Grace Hills. Well done. So, Cotterin, Father to be gets another 300 platforms, and Grace Hills gets 100 scribble coins. And what we could do now is go to Cotterin's Guess the Flesh picture.
It's a nail. A long one.
It looks like you could play guitar with that thumbnail, I reckon.
Yeah, probably.
Anyway, okay, so that's the third picture we've got.
No, it's not Grace Hill's nail, and you're not supposed to guess it right now.
Yeah, try not to guess now, because there's going to be a post coming out tomorrow. So if you want to win a grand prize of erotics coins and scribble coins, guess tomorrow on the post for me. So don't need to guess now. Anyway, just thought we'd let you see that, because we always promise you some flesh. So normally these shows, if you're new here, would flow a bit more, but because we've got less posts to curate, and we don't have Linda's non-stop talking, and Cotterin's a bit hungover, and Breeze is a bit ill, we're stretching it out with the competition. Anyway, so I've got another person to guess. Hold on 1 second. This person is a poet. It is not Tolstoysk. It is Imran. Grace Hills, well done. So, Cotterin, you need to make sure Grace Hills gets 300 platforms, and Imran gets 25 scribble coins.
I wrote it down.
Okay, good stuff. I think There's no more posts to curate, are there? We're just finishing up the last one of these, and then I think the show will be over, and then everyone can go back to sleep. Okay, so slightly different format for this last one. This person has listed the 3 things they like the most. He hasn't put them in order, but I'm assuming the order. No, Grace Hills gets 100 scribble because they didn't guess him, Cotrin, until the third time, until the third fact. So don't worry. Anyway, so the first thing this person loves is, I'm going to write it in the text room as well.
Wait, how does he get 100 scribbles and 600 platforms? Oh wait, how does that work? He gets both.
Hold on, let's deal with that afterwards. Let's do this quiz now. I've set it up. The first thing this person loves is beer. Mollusks, you've got it right. Just for anybody who's interested, the second one was boobs, and the third one was pot. So JJ loves beer, boobs, and pot. So Mollusks wins 300 platforms, and JJ wins 25 scribble coins. So, gosh, this is hard work doing all this. I think Grace Hill's guessed something else, which is why he's won twice. Have you noted them down as winning that?
Yeah, I'm checking if he did.
Okay, good stuff. So I think we're almost at the end. I would like to ask if there's anyone in here who's got less than 1,000 whale steak.
Well, sorry to interrupt you, but Grace Hills didn't win anything else. He was his first win. Imram did get more coins, like through
Okay,
other.
that's fine. That's fine. We'll go with that then. So Grace Hills, you just won 100 scribble coins.
Why not 300 platforms like he was supposed? He answered the question, and it was a question about Imram. So Imram gets 25 scribble, and Grace Hills gets 300 platforms.
Yes, but Grace Hills always gets some because his question was guessed last on the third go, so he gets 100 scribble for that. Oh, and Father as well. Anyway, also you can scroll up and check all of these. Okay, so I now have another question. Anyone here got less than 1,000 whale steak? Anyone? No? Rafi, have you got less than 1,000 whale steak? Because you might get a prize if you do. No, Rafi doesn't. Nobody has. Anyone got less than 2,500 whale steak? Okay, Aimski, you can have another 500 platforms. Anyone else got less than 2,500? Rafi, you get 500 platforms as well. Catherine, have you got that?
Who gets 500 platforms aside from Rafi?
Aimski as well.
Okay.
And last of all, what you need to do is send your BitShares address to Crazy Krista, and you need to also answer the question. And the question is, tell her why you want her to come on the show and speak. So send your DM to Crazy Krista, tell her why you want her to come on the show and speak. And she will send you some crazy coins. Oh, one last thing. The bug is here. Before we finish, the bug show starts in a bit with Snacky. Bug, are you able to speak?
Woof.
Here he is. Bug, tell us about your show, if anyone wants to earn more coins or upvotes or anything.
Yeah, Monday Madness. I think, we're going to start in just, let's see, it's 5:13 now, so about an hour and 20-some minutes. Is that about right now?
I think so, yeah. Our shows used to last a bit longer, so you gave us a longer time, but these have been quicker just because it's a little bit patchy at the moment. But yeah, it's a good show, and it's you're guaranteed some decent upvotes. It's more chatty. This is sort of presented, but there is somewhere where you would go and make some friends, meet some people. It's a nice little community, I would say, and it's growing as well. So I heartily recommend it.
Sorry, Nick.
It's okay. Go ahead, Bug.
I was gonna say, yeah, we kind of we're not really on a tight clock on that show. We don't have shows on top of ourselves and stuff like that coming after. So we take a little more time to smell the roses. So you'll hear, poetry and other